know, perhaps. Thank You Life is a nonprofit organization, pretty new, just a few years, whose mission is to ensure that psychedelic therapy is available to all, regardless of financial circumstances. So we feel like we're kind of at the forefront of this mental health revolution, some might be calling it, with psychedelic therapy coming into the mainstream and serving so many. And we're just there to ensure that everybody has access. And so that's our mission. And yeah, we're going to begin. I always like to begin these fireside chats with just a moment to come together around one of our core values, which is gratitude. And so we're just going to take a moment to close our eyes and just arrive here together. Um, really just arriving in your seat, letting go of all the busyness of the day. Maybe paying a bit of attention to your breath to help yourself arrive in your body in this moment. Following the breath in and out. And then just take a moment to imagine or remember or think of some things you're grateful for. So much to be grateful for. So maybe even say to yourself quietly, I am grateful for blank. Maybe some people in your lives, air we breathe, maybe pets, trees, food. Take a moment to recall some things you're grateful for. Notice as you bring that feeling of gratefulness that often there's a kind of warmth in the heart, a kind of opening, softening around the heart. When you're ready, you can open your eyes, and if you have the capacity on your computer to have your computer on gallery view for a minute, so we can just see each other and take a moment to just give gratitude to all the beautiful beings that showed up tonight for this chat. So maybe be brave and take your camera on and say hello with your eyes. Take a moment. Yeah. So grateful to have you all here. And there you are. Hello. Someone with blue sky behind them. Grateful for sky. Yeah, thank you. Hello. Yeah. I have a candle here that I'm going to light as a way of also opening us up together and a way of dedicating our time. Particularly, there's John. Hi, John. I'm particularly touched by Tyler's willingness to be here and speak to us, and just imagining all of the young people like Tyler who could so benefit from the therapies that we make available through our gifts, through our fund. And I'd like to make a dedication to all the young people out there who are suffering, and may their suffering end. May they find help, like the help from New Earth, the help from ketamine therapy, however it is. I dedicate this to the young people. Yeah, and may they find relief. So, yeah, we have a wonderful group here. I see some familiar faces and some new faces. So just say again, for those who came on late, I'm Laura Lacrane. I'm the board chair at Thank You Life. And I'm right now have the pleasure and honor of introducing one of our board members and board treasurer, Jana Grammer, and she's going to introduce Tyler. So yeah, just to say a few things. I've known Jana's husband Harry, who's here too. Hey Harry, I saw him a minute ago. Hey Harry, I've known Harry for quite some time, many years, and I got to know Jana recently through the board work at Thank You Life. So grateful to work with you, Jana. So Jana is the co-founder, along with her husband Harry Grammer, Dr. Harry Grammer, of New Earth, incredible organization in LA that's been working tirelessly for 20 years, serving at-risk youth in Los Angeles, youth who are in probation camps, in juvenile hall, young people who've come out of juvenile hall, young people who just need a leg up, who've been emancipated from foster system. I mean, endless population of young people needing support. And their center in Culver City, the Leadership Center in Culver City, serves 800 young people aged 13 to 25, I think, a year, through education and job training and mental health services and just a family and community to hold these young people. And I imagine just changing lives every day, and really helping young people reimagine their lives and make a commitment to good choices, and go back into their own communities and and serve others who also need help. So I'm just honored to have you both here, and I'm going to pass it to you, Jana, for your introduction of Tyler and anything else you want to say about New Earth. So grateful to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Laura, for that amazing introduction. I think you covered everything we do. And I'm just grateful for this opportunity to be here and to share about this work and to amplify Tyler's voice and his experience. As Laura mentioned, my husband, Harry, and I, who's here on the call, have been doing this work for 20 years. We've served over 35,000 young people since we started, youth that have been on probation in the foster care system and the juvenile justice system, and youth that are just at risk for entering these systems. While we offer, workforce programs and educational programs, we have a high school on site. Everything is rooted in mental health for us. Everything is rooted in case management. We have an amazing team of clinicians and case managers who support our young people from the beginning. From the moment they come to New Earth, they are assigned a case manager who supports them, provides mental health services, provides wraparound services, action plans for their success, and really is their partner along their journey with New Earth and in life. And so for us, when Harry and I discovered this amazing work, when we met Dr. Dan, we just saw such a profound difference it made in our own lives. And we knew that this was something we needed to make available to the young people we work with. The reason why is just because of how low the barriers are and how quickly the results come and how quickly the impact happens. And, you're talking about years and years and years of therapy and mental health support can really be addressed in 8 sessions, in 12 sessions, in 20 sessions. And so this work is really impactful. And, having served on the board of this incredible organization, I'm excited about bringing this work to more young people like Tyler, more young people that participate at New Earth, and more people who don't have access, because ultimately, the barrier to access is probably the biggest barrier because of the fact that this work is so expensive and it's not readily available to people that probably most need it. So I want to introduce Tyler. Tyler has been participating with New Earth for 5 years. Mm-hmm. 5 years. So Tyler, and he'll share his journey with you, but he came to us, and he has gone through all of our programs. He's graduated. He's a staff member here, so he works on our team. And I'm just really excited. And I've been watching his journey, and just I'm so impressed, and I'm so grateful that you said yes, and that you trusted me and trusted us to embark on this journey. So yeah, I mean, this is really a really great opportunity for us to share and to talk about kind of how it's been for you. So, one of the things I wanted to ask first and foremost is, how did you find New Earth, and how was it helpful to you on your journey?
So like in 2019, I was in placement, I was in a group home. So like in 2019, I was in this group home, and I was going to a non-public school because I had just got kicked out the district. And as I was going there, I was trying to get my way, or I was trying to work my way back to getting in the district. So I say February of 2019, I had just like my school said, okay, you're good to go. You can go back to the district. And so like my group home, they started looking for me for other schools to go to. And when I was I think I had started at Dorsey High School, and I only went there for 2 days because kids there, like a whole bunch of kids, they kept like gang banging and like kept asking me where I was from and stuff. And like at that time, like I was like I'm not confrontational, but like if I tell you more than once that I'm not from nowhere, like I would like for you to leave me alone. And that wasn't gonna happen. So like I told my group home, like, like either y'all find me somewhere else to go, or I'm gonna be up here fighting every day. And then like one of the staff members, like he told me, he was like, it would be better for you to be in a smaller setting because you've already got used to the program of being in a non-public school. So then he was like, how would you feel about going to New Earth? And I was like, I'll check it out. We went up there. This is when we had the site on Bristol. We went up there. I saw how everything was. They had like a little studio, like it seemed like a more home environment. And then like that's when I told my staff, I was like, you know what, I'll try here. And I've been with them for 5 years. So it's been pretty good.
Awesome. And you were living in a group home at the time?
Yes.
Yeah. So you were in the foster care system?
Yes.
Okay. So what was it like growing up, Tyler? What were some of your challenges when you were growing up?
It was a lot. Like confrontations between me and like my family. Like I didn't really like growing up, like because once my mom found out that like I was diagnosed with like bipolar and stuff like that, it was kind of hard for me and her to like connect, because she felt like that she was spending most of her time trying to take care of me and see what's wrong with me. So she felt like she was abandoning my sister. And that kind of caused a divide between me and her growing up. So like, like our relationship kind of started to dwindle. So I didn't really have like that mother-son relationship with my mom that I kind of needed at the time. Going like being in and out of placement. I was in and out of mental hospitals. Like I've been like hospitalized at least like 20 times. Been in and out of foster care since I was 7. So like trying to juggle all that and still like, keep a mindset to where it's like, like it's not gonna be like this forever, So growing up, I would say like I was very observant, and like I was a happy kid. It was just that like I had so much going on that like you probably wouldn't see it, that dealing with stuff at school, like gang politics, stuff like that. I had friends I grew up with that are no longer here. So all that was very traumatizing, but I just tried to keep the mindset to where it's like, it's not gonna be like this forever. And then like even when that mindset started to like dwindle away, I had the mindset to where it was like, well, I'm going through all this for something. I'm not gonna let it be for nothing,
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. You always had that old soul mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me about the 10-year-old Tyler. What was he like?
10-year-old Tyler was very observant. I was happy, but like I would say like, okay, so like when it came to getting older, I didn't really want to get older because like I said, I was very observant. So I saw like how my mom would struggle with bills and stuff. And it was like, my mindset was like, I have to prepare for that when I got older. So I kind of like, was like, you know what, I'd rather just stay 10, you know? That, but I would say like 10-year-old Tyler was like very, very happy, even though like with stuff going on in his life, he was very happy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So tell me about how you felt about the idea of trying the ketamine-assisted therapy, and why did you say yes?
Well, at the time, so like to understand my thought process of why I wanted to do it at the time, I was kind of like very broken. So like I say, like I have I tell people I have an indomitable spirit. And at that time, like my friend had died. So that kind of like really like broke me to a certain extent. Like I kind of lost who I was. And going through all that, like even at that time, I wasn't working or anything. So like I was really like hurting real bad. So I came up to New Earth and I talked to you and HG, and like I told him what happened. And then like I was telling him, I was like, you know, like I need a job. He helped me with a job. And then like at that time it was getting better, but at the same time my mindset was like I'm gonna be like this forever, because I was just hurt, and I just like I couldn't see any of the positive that was going on. So I was talking to HG, and I was talking, and he told me, he was like, how would you feel about trying ketamine therapy? And my mindset at first was like, you know, like I didn't really want to do it because I saw of it like as just like kind of like getting high, you know? So I didn't really want to do it at first, but then like my mindset was like, cause like you two were kind of like the only people that like were really pushed me to like really like do better and like try and better myself without even like trying to get anything in return. So like when he was like try to do the ketamine therapy, it was like, he's not telling me to do this for no reason. You know, why not give it a shot? So when I gave it a shot, that's why I tried to give it a shot.
Thank you for saying yes.
Yeah.
HG is Harry Grammer, by the way. Describe what you experienced during your sessions.
It was like to kind of put it into words, like I think of it like as like that movie Get Out, and when the lady was like had the little teacup and she was twirling the spoon around the cup, and he just fell into like the sunken place, like, but instead of it just being all dark, it was like I was in the middle of space. And I remember my first session vividly because it was like I was in the middle of space, but like I was sitting in the middle of space talking to myself, you know. And it was like I got to understand like certain parts of why I was hurt, because for a long time I would get angry and I wouldn't know why, because and I realized that our minds are powerful enough to where like if you go through a lot of trauma, like in order for you like to keep going, your mind would make you forget certain stuff. So when I had that conversation with myself, it was like I remembered a lot of the stuff that I went through and why I was feeling certain ways. So yeah, after that session, even after that session, I went home and I cried a little bit, you know, because like that was like very deep for me. And like being able to talk to my younger self, like with no interruptions, no nothing, you know. So that was a good one for me. And then everyone after that, it was just like I was like seeing my past and my future and what I could become, you know, if I put the work in.
Yeah, we've had these conversations about that, right? About the past and the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for the most part, how did you feel after your sessions?
After my sessions, it felt like I was getting like weight lifted off my shoulders, because like I tend to stress a lot about like where am I going with my future and stuff. So after my sessions, it feels like weight is like lifted off my shoulders, and like I tend to feel like a little bit more happier. Yeah, because I'm not so focused on like the negative. Like it helps me look and assess on both sides. You know, because like the past is not for you to sit and like beat yourself up with, it's for reflection. So it's easier for me to like after the sessions I can reflect on my past and not so much beat myself up with it.
That's
Yeah.
powerful. So you've done 2 rounds, right, of session, 2 rounds of 8 sessions each?
Yes.
Yes. So it's been a while since you finished your first round.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're still getting the benefits? And if so, in what ways?
Yes, because I don't get like it at first, like before I was doing the sessions, like I would just like when I felt overwhelmed, I would just like kind of like blow up, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And like now it's kind of like, okay, like I can assess when I'm getting to that point. And like, you know, like I can make like I can make arrangements, or I don't know the word, but I can stop it before it gets there, you know?
Like mitigate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can do that. And like I'm more able to like assess myself to where like I realized that after my friend dying that like I kind of like lost self-care in myself, and I kind of put it all towards caring about everybody else that I had left, and like not really giving myself room to like, you know, like take care of myself, like assessing my okay. And I'm able to do that more now to where like, you know, I can back off and like give myself time.
Wow. So just thinking back to what it was like before you did the CAP and now,
Mhm.
how would you say you're feeling compared to, like, if you think about Tyler before you did this work or you started doing the CAP sessions, and now, what would you say the difference is?
I was on edge.
Mhm.
Like I don't know, like if I didn't like if that wasn't if the sessions or the cap sessions weren't offered to me, I don't think I'd probably be working here still. You know, like I probably would have got fired, because where I was going, like my mindset, it was just like I felt like I was overwhelmed. That's one. Two, I felt like I wasn't gonna get better. So like to be honest, I don't even know like where I would be at right now if I didn't do the sessions. But I just like all I do know is that it wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be good, because now I have more insight to my emotional spectrum, you know, like now like I can assess like how I'm feeling at times, you know, like if I am feeling some type of way towards a person, like either we can talk about it, or like, you know, like we can take space or whatever. But like before that, it wasn't any of that. Like, you know, because like, and then partially like I was like really like grieving my friend. So like going through the sessions like helped me get past that, or not even get past it, but like go through that and like understand certain things, you know. But without doing the sessions, I wouldn't be how I am today, you know.
So it sounds like it helped a lot with managing emotions, managing stress.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I know that, because this type of therapy is so new and different, and there's probably a lot of people in your community, in our community, folks that we work with that would have, it just has stigma, they don't really trust it. What would you say to them, and how would you talk about this therapy?
I mean, like man, after my all I can say is like after my first session, it was like I was wondering like how I can get this to my family, you know, because it was like this is something that we all need, you know, and not even just my family, but other like my friends and stuff, because it's like people that I went to school here with, like, you know, like I'm a type of person to where it's like, you know, like I don't just sit up and think about, oh, I'm going through this and that. I think about other people too, because it's like if I'm going through something, imagine what the next person's going through, you know. So and like I don't know how I would word it, but like really I would just say just give it a chance. Like, you know, you can't like how my parents, or like how my elders used to tell me, you can't say you don't like something until you try it, you know, or you can't say it doesn't work for you until you try it. So and then I would tell them about my experience too, you know, like how it's been really beneficial for me. And then like also like my mom, like everybody else have seen like certain changes in myself, and they ask me like what am I doing to do that. And then like it's kind of like I don't want to say it's kind of hard to tell them, because I tell them all the time, and you know, like my mom knows I'm doing the ketamine sessions now. My sister wants to try them actually.
Okay.
So like Really, I don't really say it's hard. It's just more of like the way you explain it to them. You know, like you can't just say like oh, it's ketamine, you know, like, oh, you're gonna be doing like you're gonna be sitting and you're gonna be high, you know, like then like when they hear that, it's like, oh, they're just sitting doing drugs. Like I don't, you know, it's kind of it's it's the way you word it. I
Yeah.
would say that. As long as you like word it a certain way, then you know, people are open to try it.
And what would you say to them that have like concerns about safety?
They have a therapist that sits in a room with you, like the whole trip, or the whole session. I don't want to say trip, but the whole session. Um, and man, when I was in there, it was like I think one of my sessions, like I had an ego death,
Mm.
and I got up and like I was like, I need to go to the bathroom, and the therapist, she was like, you sure, you okay? Like you like just like you might want to sit down and like wait it out for a little bit. And I was like, you know, like because I was kind of like scared because I felt like I couldn't breathe and stuff. So I was like, you know, like let me just go to the bathroom real quick, and then like you know I'll come back. I went to the bathroom, you know, I came back, and she was like she really like tried to sit there and like make me feel like I was okay, you know, which I was in that situation. So like I would just say any like kind of concerns or anything like that, they're there to help you and to assist you best possible. Like they stay in the room with you during the whole session. It's like they don't just give you the earphones and the blindfold and then they leave you in the room. Like, no, they're in there with you.
Yeah. Shout out to Brooke. I think she's on here somewhere. So what are your plans for the future?
Plans for the future, to try and help any way possible to try and get this medicine to people that need it, because this is something that is needed to especially people in my community where I come from. There's more communities too, but like, you know, like where I'm coming from, like there's not really people that can really pay for this type of treatment. So having that help and having like Thank You Life, like probably being able to provide that like the assistance for them to get the treatment would be really helpful.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, I see that for you too. I think this is just the beginning, and I'm really excited about supporting you and amplifying your voice because it needs to be heard and your experiences need to be told.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to say or share?
One thing I will say is that for people like that, if I was to say something to people that were trying to get this treatment, it's not like you can't leave it all up to the treatment. Like you actually have to try and put in the work too, you know? So it's like, because you know, you got some people that be like, oh, after the treatment, I should just be 100% fine, you know? And it's like you have to put in the work, like because the treatment like is to rewire your brain to show you that like okay, like you still can do like many things. Because like for a long time, like before I was doing the treatment, I felt like I couldn't do a lot, you know. And now that like after the treat, like after my couple of sessions, I have like ideas to where like I can do this, I can do that, I can do this. And it's like now my mindset is like, which one do I want to pick first, you know? And it's like yeah, the treatment is helpful, like very helpful, but you have to put in the work behind it too.
Yeah. Yeah. And you've been doing the work. I've been
Yeah.
watching you. You know, I know it's not always easy.
Yeah.
This is probably the hardest work you're going to do because that's where you get to meet your real self, your true self.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you for taking this time today.
No problem.
Yeah.
I was a little nervous at first, but I'm good now.
Doing great. You're doing great. Well, thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thanks so much, Yana, for being the interviewer, and Tyler, thank you for all of that. And are you up for taking some questions from our beautiful audience here?
Sure.
Now that you're all relaxed. Yeah.
It's over.
Okay. Yeah. So I just want to say, first of all, my understanding is that you have excitement and really a generosity of heart to sort of be an ambassador for Thank You Life and a spokesperson for Thank You Life. And I just want to thank you for that and for showing up today. And I want to open it up to our audience here to see if there's any questions for you, Tyler, or if anyone has any questions for Yana about the work they're doing at New Earth with the ketamine therapy. The floor is open. John.
Yeah. Hey, Tyler, congratulations, buddy. That's fantastic. I'm uh, a participant in ketamine therapy as well, and I'm just really, really excited for you and your journey. One thing that caught my eye, without getting too technical, um, was your ketamine assisted therapy, was it intramuscular? What was the protocol? Okay.
Yeah.
And I was not aware that you could do that with bipolar. Was there any discussion about that?
Um, I like that's the thing. So like they asked was like whether I taking medication, and like I haven't been taking medication since I was probably like 17. So other than that, like that's really what their only concern was, like would it kind of like interfere with the medication I was taking? And I just told them that I wasn't taking any medication because like I've been on medication since I was probably like 7 years old. So like by the time I was 17, like I got like when I was able to make my own decisions, like I told my doctor, I'm like, you know what, I don't think this is a good fit. And like, you know, like he tried, like he gave me a test run without it, and then I've just been without it ever since.
Okay, so is that the stipulation? It's a medication challenge. The reason why I'm asking is I have a very close friend uh, who has bipolar. I had such an amazing experience with it. And he was told that he could not do the treatment. I didn't even think about it, the conflict in the medication. Is there Yana, do you guys have experience, or anybody on the Zoom have experience with people that have treated people with bipolar that could do like a consult with somebody to say, you have to get off the medication for so long, or what that protocol would be? Can anybody point me in the right direction?
Yeah, maybe I see Brooke on from CCPT, and Brooke is the founder of the clinic that Tyler actually goes to. I don't know where she went. Oh, there she is. Brooke,
Hi.
can you speak on that?
I can. Hey, John. Hey, Tyler.
Hey.
Hi, Anna.
Hi, Brooke.
I can speak about that. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm a psychologist. So I'm not the one that ultimately makes a prescribing decision. But I think wherever you go, the prescriber would probably be the ultimate one that would make that decision. But what we do here is our first appointment with any buddy who would get the treatment would be an assessment, and that involves a psychiatric and psychological evaluation. And so there could be all kinds of rule outs. Bipolar depression itself is not generally a rule out. There's a fair amount of evidence that ketamine is a good treatment for bipolar depression. In fact, it's one of the only antidepressants that doesn't have the risk of pushing somebody into a manic episode. So often it's used in acute situations for people that are really struggling with the depressive part of bipolar. It's not used and is contraindicated in our clinic and in most of the other clinics I know that work in a similar way for people that are in active mania. But for the depression part, with a solid evaluation by a prescriber, including what Tyler said, the evaluation of other medications, and it's possible that for some people that are on bipolar, withholding some of the medications that they're on for their daily maintenance of bipolar depression would be a risk that some people didn't want to take, because there are some things like mood stabilizers that generally would need to be held for the day of treatment. And sometimes people might determine that the risk of their destabilization from that is higher than the potential benefit of something like ketamine treatment.
That's awesome. Thank you for that explanation. I really, really appreciate it. Tyler, congratulations, dude. Keep going. Keep going. Find the opportunity to do it at your age. Holy smokes. I'm really happy for you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. Ronnie, I don't have an ability to see the gallery, so I don't know when people have questions. Can you help with that if someone just raises their hand? Okay, now I can see everybody. So yeah, if you have a further question or comment, just unmute yourself, raise your hand. Kevin?
Yeah, I'll go. Hey, Tyler. And I didn't get a chance to introduce myself. I thanked you before, but yeah, I'm one of the co-founders with Dr. Dan with Thank You Life. So firstly, I just want to say thank you so much for being one of our participants, being the first one with New Earth that we've put through. I think it was really touching for all of us to have you step up and be willing to go through it. We're so happy for the results that came through as well. And this whole time I was really trying to think of a question. And right now I just feel really touched by your story. And the only thing that's really coming through is like, I just want to hear more. I just want to hear more from you and more of your story. So I guess it's more of a comment than a question, but really just want to thank you and say I am very touched by your story. And yeah, I can't wait to, with you, roll this out to so many more people, especially from your community and from New Earth. So yeah, thanks.
Thank you for helping me get the treatment, man.
Thanks, Kevin. I have a question, Tyler. The CAP treatment, the ketamine-assisted psychotherapy, is what CAP stands for, right? So how was the psychotherapy, the counseling that went with the treatments? I'm just curious. I love the way that you talked about how it's not you didn't use the word, magic pill, but that you got to put the work in. It seems like the therapy that goes along with the treatments is part of putting the work in. I'm just wondering if you could talk a little bit about how impactful, important that part of the treatment was.
Okay. So I usually do most of my talking before the session. I mean, before the treatment starts, because after I'm still kind of coming out of it. So like just like the things that I be wanting to say, it's like I have like a brain fart and I can't really talk. So I have I usually have like my like the therapeutic sessions with the counselor before I get the shot. And sometimes now like I think like the last session I had, she's trying to set up to where like days, like there's a dates where I just come up there and just do talk therapy, so that way we have more time. But I would say like it's good because like I set goals with her, and then probably after like the next session, or like when the next session comes, like I talk to her about those goals. And even then, like I don't even have to wait till like the next session. Like I can talk to her, like I have her number and I can talk to her like whenever she's available. And like if I'm going through something or if I have questions at the time, like I'm able to reach her. So I would say like just being able to have that connection, because me, like I've been in regular therapy before, and I'm used to having it to where like, I meet with somebody for so long, and then after a while, like, in the therapy world, they move up or they just leave. So like I done got used to having like multiple therapists. So like even for me, like I remember like when I first started the sessions, like really sitting there and having a conversation with them was kind of hard for me, because it was like, how long are you going to be here? But like they've been there with me like the whole time. So it's easy for me to talk to them, I would say like, if anything, like I generally like love my therapist at the sessions, because it's like, she's so attentive and is there for to talk to me and like help me out. Sometimes like I feel like that we are on like the same wavelength, because if I'm saying something, I can't finish my sentence, she'll finish it for me, So like I genuinely like love like I get excited going to my sessions. Yeah. So I love like talking to the therapist and stuff, yeah. I don't like really like wasting that time. I sit there and I talk to him.
So it sounds like in some ways the ketamine has made the relationship with the therapist. I mean, I'm sure is it Brooke, the therapist, through the whole time? Anyway, yes.
Not Brooke, it's Fatima. But yeah, they're there with me the whole time.
Yeah, so it sounds like the ketamine is also really helped support the therapy, like because it allows you to be maybe more open, or or to talk about even potentially than maybe the therapy you've had before. Is that true?
Yeah, because what I would say is like, because like before my sessions, like my mindset was like, like I've tried all the talking or like trying to explain myself that I could. So it's like, and like I felt like nobody was listening to me. So like I wouldn't say nothing at all. And like even like since I like going to my sessions, like I don't even have to like do the ketamine to want to talk to them. But the reason why I do all my talking before, because yeah, after I come out of the session and like I come out of like doing the ketamine treatment, I want to talk to them, but it's like like I said, like my brain, it farts. So then it's like I can't like the things that I want to say I can't really explain, you know? And then like the whole time I'm sitting, like that's why I like the therapist, because it's like the whole time I'm sitting there and like I'm trying to say the things that I want to say, she's already like she's already finishing my sentences, you know? So like and I'm just sitting there like appalled, like, okay, like how does she get in my head, you know? So yeah, because like it really genuinely makes me want to talk, you know? Like I feel like I'm more social and more open to talking about what's going on in my life and stuff like that. Not even just in general, like what's going on with my life, but I feel like I'm more open to conversation after after the sessions.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay, I have one more question and then I'll open it up again. I'm just curious, is there any moment in your sessions, like one or two, or that really stands out that either surprised you or was really memorable, or it seemed like a very important, impactful moment during a session? Also, I do know that sometimes the most impactful things are impossible to put into words. So that too. But yeah, I'm just wondering if anything stands out.
I have a couple, but I can give you two right now. Like I said, like when I was explaining my story earlier, like the one where I was able to talk to to myself, because it wasn't like I was talking to myself how I am now. It was like I was talking to my younger self. So like having that conversation with him, and like that one, like genuinely, like when I went home I cried, because it was like, you know, like I kind of felt like a disconnect with my younger self. And it was like, you know, like after that session, it was like we connected, like, you know. Um that, and then the one with my ego, like with the ego death, because it was like I was saying goodbye to a part of myself that got me this far, but it was like it's no longer that, it was like it was no longer needed, you know.
Mhm. Mhm. Thank you. So I'm going to open it up again. Anybody else feel inspired?
Tyler, I'm curious, what were some things that you told your younger self? Because I've had similar experiences. We call it, reparenting, and I'm just curious what that looked like in that initial session.
um Really, it was more of him talking to me and me listening, because it was
Wow.
like I said, like in order for me to get through like some parts of life, like I forgot a lot of the trauma that I went through, you know. So like it was kind of like him like reminding me and telling me like, you know, like, okay, like you forgot this for a reason, but like at the end of the day, like, you know, like you have trauma, but like you have trauma, or like you have this anger that you don't know what the reason, like you don't know why you're angry, and this is the reason, you know. And it's like, and he's telling me like, okay, like look, like because I kind of felt like I closed off my heart to a certain extent. And then he was like, and it was like for him, he was trying to tell me to open it back up, you know?
Wow. Wisdom from the inner child. Wow.
Mhm.
Oof, thanks for sharing. It's powerful.
I'd like to jump in if that's okay. Can everybody see me okay? I was wrestling with my phone here. Um in my car trying to figure out Zoom on a cell phone. Tyler, I am proud of you, man. I am extraordinarily proud of you and how far you have come in such a short period of time. I really do believe that Thank You Life, its number one mission is to provide access to such an important um, piece of humanity, which is our well-being. And to see you go through this program, Tyler, was amazing. And I just want to share with the group, prior to Thank You Life, Tyler and I had looked for a couple of other trials to be a part of. Tyler had some interest in, alternatives, for the fact that he felt nothing had been working for him at all, and he had been um, denied from other uh,
Mhm.
trials with medicine and plant medicine. And you know, Tyler, how many sessions have you had of CAP now?
Ooh,
Did you finish your second round?
I think I finished my I think, yeah, I think I'm finished.
16?
Yeah. I think
16
six,
sessions.
yeah.
16 sessions. I just want to just put that out there. 16 powerful, transformative sessions, and other programs wouldn't give you one. And I'm just, you know, I've watched your growth. I've known you since you're 15 years old, and I've seen you grow to where you are today. And if you don't mind, Tyler, I just want to just share a little bit about, you know, Tyler was he was just upset in life. You know, Tyler was really closed off to the world in so many ways. And now if you walk into the New Earth Center, Tyler's one of the first people that walk up to you and give you a hug. It's just, and it's natural, it's authentic, it's real. It's not pretend, it's the real thing. And I'm just, you know, I've watched him grow, and as soon as he uh, began his sessions not too long ago, last year, everything just started to unfold for him in so many ways. So this is needed. This is needed in the community. This is also, Tyler's also, you know, 0.1% of the people, you know, from his community, from our community, who have ever even heard of this type of therapeutic modality, this healing modality. They have no idea that this even exists, and we've got to get the word out there more that this exists in Tyler's journey. Tyler's odyssey has is really just a model of what could be. And Tyler, I don't want to take up too much more time, but if you don't mind, can I play something for everybody? I can't screen share on an iPhone in my car, but I'm gonna stick another phone up to this phone, and I want to show everybody the video I took of you when you came out of your first session. Is that okay? You let me know if that's okay. I will. If it's not okay,
You can play it.
I'll put it away. But this is Tyler coming out of his first CAP session. Thank you to Thank You Life, and he's sitting in the front seat of my car. Um, just a transformed human being. The light beaming from his eyes, I had never seen in all the years that we've worked together, and it was really, really, really powerful. So I'm gonna see if this will work. I'm going to let me see. I don't know if I can do this correctly. Try to turn it up as loud as I can.
I can share the screen. Do you want to text?
One phone to another phone. I'm gonna try this, y'all. Okay.
It's a video.
It's a video or a picture?
Yeah, that's a video.
Just had your first CAP session. You know, just man, how do you feel right now? I feel better, man. It's like a breath of fresh air. It's crazy because like I only probably like for like the first 10 minutes I only went in there and talked to him, and then the rest was just me in there. Like it's real cool, man. It's a great experience. Like I can't even say enough HD, man. Like wow, man. So when you went in, you remember we were talking on the way here. Yeah. You was and you know, and then you would come out, and I see you right now. You got all this light in your face. Yeah, like things have been lifted off your shoulders. Oh man. I'm feeling 45 again. That's 21. Man, you look, man, I'm getting old. I'm 66 now. My birthday was just May 20th, so I'm saying I'm 65 still. You know, but and then all I can say is that I feel better. Like feel better. I know that all you can for the future, right? We're gonna get you a room right now. Get you a hotel room. You be okay with that? Yeah. Just give yourself some space to kind of sit with it. No interruptions, you know. I should be thinking about anybody else. And then just take your time tonight just to like let that integrate. And I'm here if you need to call me or talk to me. You know, call me up in the middle of the night. I'll answer the phone. You know, if you want to talk. But I'm happy that you made this leap of faith. Yeah. I hope everybody can hear that okay. That was about a little over a year ago, year and a half ago, Tyler's first session. And this is where he's come, and I'm just really excited to see him continue to grow. Proud of you, Tyler.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. And Tyler got a room that night because he had like 4 people living at his house. Tyler takes care of a lot of people.
Yeah, I had 2 friends.
2 friends.
Yeah.
We got him a room so he could have some space to just be with himself.
All right. This is the powerful work this organization does, everybody. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Thank you.
Thank you.
Much, Harry. See you. Yeah. What was that like, Tyler, to see that again? Have you seen that?
No, but I just remember it. Oh man. I just remember like I could see it in my eyes, and I just remember it. Yeah, like the moment I got to my room, I cried that night. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing that what was translated through the video from the phone to the other phone to the phone, you could still feel it, you know, you could still feel the heart there and the light and yeah. So thank you for that, Harry, and thank you, Tyler, again, your courage in embarking on that deep work. Yeah. So we have about 5 more minutes. So I want to make sure there's not anybody else who would like to share something or have a question for Tyler or Yana.
I have a question.
Aziz?
Yeah. So first thing, thank you, Tyler, for sharing. Thank you, Yana, for kind of hosting the talk. And so what I'm curious about, Tyler, is like a lot of times in life, change can take time. Sometimes it can go more quickly. But I'm curious how like changes that may have happened to you, how that affected your relationships to other people in your life that maybe hadn't changed, but because you had changed, maybe your relations to those people were able to shift. And so I'm just curious if there's any meaningful relations in your life that shifted because you could show up in a different way, or you could see them in a different light, or just curious about that.
Yeah, like I would say yes, because like a lot of like really like the relationship with myself changed because it was like that's one. I had like the friends that were staying with me at the time, like I don't talk to them no more because it's like really like I kind of like I said, like I lost my friend at the time, like one of my friends had died. So my mindset was I was trying to be there for the people that I still had left, you know, and like I kind of showed up 100% and I didn't really give no time to myself. So having them stay with me, I kind of put my grieving on hold, and I was trying to be there for them, and it was like everything I was doing for them wasn't enough, you know, and like this is like as I was doing the cap sessions, and I was realizing, you know, like sometimes like your best, like, you know, like I'm like I mean like I wasn't charging nobody rent to stay with me, you know, nothing. Like I was really like, you know, like you guys get up on your feet and then you can find like you go from there, you know. And that kind of like that wasn't enough. I started to realize that like instead of like enabling them to like try and do better for themselves, I was inhibiting them to like really like sit in my house all day and not really do anything. So like once I had that conversation with them, like that kind of like changed our relationship. I don't talk to them no more. They don't really talk to me no more. The relationship with myself was like a real hard one because you know, grieving takes like a lot of time sometimes, and like sometime I would come out of my sessions like, okay, like, I'm ready now. Like, I'm ready for the change. I'm ready. Like, I don't like, what I was feeling at the time, I don't feel that no more. And then, like it would hit me again, because like, that was like my friend, like that was like the last person I've known since middle school. So, really sitting there and like having a conversation with myself, like, look, like, these things like really take time. Like, I understand, like, you might not want to feel what you're feeling right now, but if you sit with it and give it time, then it won't come back later on. So, that, like, it's kind of changed like my dynamic, like my relationship with my mom and them, because I'm on my healing journey and they're still hurting, you know? So that's why it's like after my first session, it was like, how do I get this treatment to them, and me understanding that they're still hurting, I kind of like me, like I like if I really like if I like I don't know how to say it, but like if I love you, like I kind of like give you a little bit more leeway, so I take more off of you than like normally. But it's kind of gotten to the point where it's like, I just give them distance until like I can find a way to like I'm helpful in the situation. So like that's why I'm trying to figure out like how we can get this treatment to others in my community, so that way I can be like, hey mom, like how would you feel about trying the treatment that I went through, And my mom's already asking questions. My sister already wants to do it. So, yeah. But I would say like, and that with that question, yes, it has changed the dynamic of like a lot of my relationships. Because, like people aren't really used to change. Like, they kind of like make change into a bad thing. Like, oh, like that person's changed. And it's like, we all change like every day, I'm not gonna lie to you, like before my friend died, I thought I was gonna be the same forever. And then even after he died, it was like the grief that I was going through, I felt like I was gonna be like that and I was gonna stay stuck like that forever. So it's like, like change is like constant, and it's us as people, we have to grow accustomed to it. But yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for sharing that, Tyler. I appreciate that. And yeah, it's amazing, to recognize like the change, like that we have relations to other people in our lives that we love and care for, but our primary relationship is to ourselves. And so that's amazing. What you're sharing about that journey with yourself is really amazing. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tyler. Yeah,
Thanks, Aziz.
thank you.
Oh, I can't believe we're towards the end of our time. I know that there's many more questions and such a interest in your story and what you're doing at New Earth, Yana. I'm sure there's lots of questions for you too as well. They can continue through the Thank You Life channels if you have questions, everybody who's still here. You have our emails and yeah, I guess we have to close. Is there anything before we close, Tyler, that you want to say I'm going to give you the last word.
I just want to say thank you for everybody that showed up. And like, thank you, thank you, Life, for helping me get the treatment that I needed. I really needed that treatment.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you to HG and Yana for helping me out for so long. I know I've been like, even though they've been here for me, I know I've been a headache, at some times. So, I just want to say thank you for, not giving up on me and really like, sitting with me and trying to be there for me,
Yeah, you did all the work. You did all the work. Yeah.
I haven't been easy either, Tyler. So, I forgive me as
You don't
well.
come see me, man.
I'm here. I'm in the parking lot. I just pulled up. I'm coming in right now.
All right. Well, there is one more thing, but I'm still going to give you the last word, Tyler. I want you to help us blow this candle out, Tyler, and maybe you can make an expression of a wish or a prayer for your community or for the world as a way of closing our meeting today. And I'll blow this out with you. Can you help me do that?
Okay. Well, I hope that like soon, like even if not soon, like eventually we are able to open up this treatment to the communities that need it. Because this is such a big deal, you know, like it's such a big help. I feel like even like my story has like it's impacted y'all, but like it's impacted the staff here as well. Like, you know, like as they see me go through the treatment now, it's open to like they're open to going through it themselves, you know. So like and it's actually seeing it's actually helping me see like how my impact here is like how my impact here affects others too, you know, like not just the kids that we work with, but our fellow staff members, you know. So that's my hope and wish right there, is that eventually that we can get this open to the people in the communities that need it.
Beautiful. Thank you. That's the mission of Thank You Life, so beautifully stated, that people who need it can receive it. And so maybe everybody here, I'm still not getting gallery view, but maybe everybody can join in blowing the candle out with that prayer that everybody who needs it receives it. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. And please stay tuned, stay in touch. Thank you for your support and your interest and your care. May it continue.
Thank you. Thank you, Laura.